Good. So I just made a post. I said, I was thinking about this. Happiness is based on what's happening. Like, you're happy when things are going the way that you want it to go. You know, life is moving in the right direction. You know, business is going well. Health is incredible. But joy is when you have peace regardless of what's going on. All right, regardless of what's going on. So happiness is good, but it's short-lived. It's short-lived because it's based on events. It's based on what's actually going on. So just keep that in mind as you go through your days and your weeks and your months. But I actually want to talk about on this live here real quickly. I was just sitting here thinking, and the most dangerous word on your journey to get to the place of believing. Believing is a place. Believing is a state. It's a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's a place of peace. It's a place of joy. It's a place of knowing. It's a place of understanding. It's an incredible place to be, and you can move out of that place. And a lot of times we move out of that place because of circumstances changing. We move out of that place because of our interactions with people. You know, there are going to be people in your life that will try and keep you in a box. They will try and keep you in your past. They will be a reminder of your shortcomings or your past failures. And that's fine. But you've got to guard your mind and your way of thinking from that. And one of the number one word, in my opinion, that stops us from believing is the word how. How is the most dangerous word when it comes to believing. On your journey to the place of believing, you know, I said it in the audio, conceive, believe, and achieve. I said before you get there, you must go there. So before you get to this physical place that you want to get to, this home that you want, this car that you want, or whatever it is that you want for your life, before you get there, you must go there. But most people don't go there because they're focused on how. How is the most dangerous word. How am I going to go chairman? How am I going to go diamond? How am I going to become a six-figure earner? How am I going to become a seven-figure earner? How is my family going to be restored? How is my health? You know, you get a health report that's not great. Well, how am I going to overcome this? You know, how am I going to get there? And we ask how. And the messed up part about asking how is you don't know how. If you knew how, you wouldn't have to ask how. Or if you knew how to get to the Galleria from here, you wouldn't have to ask, how do I get to the Galleria? Does that make sense? The how, I don't want to sit here and say that the how does not matter. But I will say that when you get yourself to the place of believing, the how will reveal itself. And you will be able to look back and you will see that your life and the events of your life, they all formed a logical line of events that led you to your final arriving. That place, that desire that you want. And it's a challenge. And I face the challenge every single day. You know, how is this going to happen? And, you know, I've learned over the years not to ask how, but then just to continue to practice the principles that got me from living with my dad that got me from no bank account, that got me from too broke to have a driver's license, talk less of having a car. I was driving around dirty for years, right? And I can look back now and I can see how it happened. But while I was in that state, while I was in a state of doubt, while I was in a state of unbelief, while I was in a state of my current situation not being what it is that I want it to be, I kept asking myself, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go executive director? How am I going to go director? How am I going to go diamond or blue diamond? How am I going to go crown? How am I going to go crown ambassador? But then it got to a place about 4 years ago where I completely submitted to the process and the mechanics of believing after years and years and years and years and years of studying it, years and years and years and years of practicing it, years and years and years and years. Okay. I just now have completely submitted to it that no matter what it is that I want, no matter what it is that I desire, I just have to practice the principles of believing. And it doesn't matter what someone else says. It doesn't matter what someone else believes. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. It doesn't matter what the economy says. It doesn't matter what my parents did, what my parents didn't do. It doesn't matter what my kids do or don't do. It doesn't matter what family members do or don't do. It doesn't matter what my organization does or doesn't do. It doesn't matter what the company does or doesn't do. Believing is what makes things possible. Believing is what makes things actually happen. I don't need to know how it's going to happen. I just know that it's happening. And what I'm talking about, besides the success formula, desire plus skills times faith equals success, I think my favorite topic has to be the self-confidence formula. Because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day, that's really all what it boils down to. Is really how much confidence that you have in yourself. And you can only have true self-confidence if you're aware of really who you are. And that's why spiritual awareness is, to really break it down, is you understanding the power of your words. Spiritual awareness, spirit is word. Awareness, I'm aware of how powerful my words are. I'm aware of how powerful the word is. I'm aware of how powerful your word is. When you look at social media today, you look at how it's taken over the entire world. It's taken over the world because it's a platform for people to share their power. People come on here and they comment and they're sharing their power. You post something, you're sharing your power. People being able to comment, it's sharing their power. And that power has the ability to build, that power has the ability to tear down. And that's why you have to really guard what you allow people to say to you. You have to really guard your mind from that. A lot of times I see people really focus on the how-tos of a business, the how-tos of how to run a business or how to scale a business, and all those things are important. But I can tell you this right now, the people that really make it happen, the people that really have long-term success, the people that really have ultra success, they understand the mentality. They understand the belief system. They understand the emotional state of believing that they have to be in, the faith aspect. They understand the self-confidence formula. They understand the power that's on the inside of them. Spiritual awareness is really being aware of the power of autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the most powerful tool, weapon on the earth. It really is. Auto-suggestion or heterosuggestion. Auto-suggestion is what you say to yourself. Heterosuggestion is what other people say to you. And that's why you have to be very careful who you follow and what you watch and who you listen to. I don't listen to everybody. I don't. Okay? The self-confidence formula, I just love it. I love it. I love it. It says, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. I know that I have the ability. I know that I have that ability because of the God that's on the inside of me. It's not because of how great I am. No, it's because of how great He is. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. So this physical action that you're looking to create is born out of the dominating thoughts of your mind. Reproduce. Something cannot be reproduced. Something cannot be reproduced unless it was first produced. It's first produced in your mind. That's where it's produced. That's where you need to produce the success. That's where you need to produce the life that you want to have. You need to produce it in your mind, and then it's reproduced in outward physical action. So when I produce in my mind that I'm a millionaire, I produce in my mind that I'm a billionaire, it is now going to reproduce itself in some sort of physical action. I'm going to invest in the right businesses. I'm going to make the right choices. It is automatic. I was just here with my chef, and he was telling me, he's like, man, I just put up all my goals. Now, he's been my chef for, I don't know, 8-9 years. I don't know if he's ever done it before. I'm sure he's been in my home a few times. He's seen my signs everywhere. Sometimes it takes people a little bit longer than usual, but guess what? He just did it. And today I had a conversation with him about an investment. And I just told him, I said, listen, the reason why I had that conversation with you today is because you put those signs up. That's why. There's no other reason. There's no other reason why it happened other than you put that sign up saying this is what's going to happen for me. And then boom, you have a conversation with someone. They say, hey, invest in that. Look at this. Check this out. You think it's a coincidence. I know it's not a coincidence. I realized it a long time ago that you become what it is that you think about. And that's why I have that sign up there. Right? I have that sign up there. You probably can't see it. All right? You become what you think about. That's why I have the sign up there. I'm a billionaire. Believe Nation. That's why I have the sign up there of the GOATs. Muhammad Ali, Sean Connery, right? Al Pacino, right? What am I doing? I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting to myself greatness. I'm suggesting to myself everything that it is that I desire. All right? And this will work for anything. It will work for anything you desire. Okay? Someone just asked a really good question. You procrastinate because you're worried about the how. I told you, how is the most dangerous word. All right? It's the most dangerous word. If you knew whatever it is you're procrastinating about right now, let's say you're in network marketing. If you knew that everybody you gave a presentation to would get involved in your business, no, forget that. What if you knew that everybody you gave a presentation to would actually hit the top of your company, would become a 7-figure earner? How many presentations would you do? If you knew that everybody you gave a presentation to would become a 7-figure earner in your company, how often would you give a presentation? Would you procrastinate? You only procrastinate because you're wondering about how is it going to happen? And wondering about how is paralyzing. Okay? You don't know how. You don't know how. All right? And there you go. Don't forget that. All right. Someone just made a comment. I think, let me address it. All right. It says knowledge yourself is impairment. Okay. I thought you meant something else. That's my guy right there, Ramel. That's the next P2. Let's go ahead and get that P2 done, bro. All right. Knowledge, and this is what I was going to say, Ramel. knowledge and how are two totally different things. I have the knowledge that I'm going to get to my goals and my dreams. I don't necessarily know how. I don't know how it's going to happen. I have allowed the power of auto-suggestion. I've allowed the power of faith to gradually reveal that to me, allow me to grow into that person that can handle $1 billion, that can handle impacting the lives of 1 billion people. And guys, it's not easy. I mean, it's tough. I mean, right now I have enough resources to where I could decide to move. I could drop off the face of the earth right now and be good. I never have to talk to a person ever again. I never have to give another presentation. I never, ever have to do anything. But I have this dream, this goal, this vision of being able to move people from a place of darkness to light, move people from a place of despair to inspiration, to where they believe that they can accomplish anything. I yearn for that. I live for that. You procrastinate because you're wondering about the how. Okay. You're focused on the current situation of how things are. Things are not perfect. Things are never going to be perfect. Things are never, ever going to be perfect. You know, some of you may come from broken homes. So, some of you may come from homes that are still together. So, some of your business may have fallen apart. So, some of you may have some health challenges right now. This may sound harsh, but the real answer is so. And the reason why I say so is because there are millions of people that are in those same situations. The question is, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to believe through it? You know, you guys know a friend of mine had passed away, and I was so proud of his wife because she showed so much strength and faith all the way to the very end. She just kept believing. The doctor was saying there's nothing else we could do. She kept believing. And if that's you, if you're facing a health challenge right now, I want you to believe all the way to the end. Even if it's your time to go, even if God says, you know what, your purpose on this earth, I'm bringing you back to me. I want you to live the rest of your life in faith. Don't live it in despair. Don't live it being depressed. Don't live it being angry or whatever. No, live it in faith, and that's how you're going to be remembered. Live it in power. Okay. This is my favorite part of this formula. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression to some practical meaning. See, this answers the question how. That right there, the third step in the self-confidence formula, it actually answers your how. I know, see, not how, but I have the knowledge. I have the knowledge that through the principle of auto-suggestion is what I repeatedly say to myself. Any desire, this G650, 1 billion, impacting 1 billion, 3,000 people at the I Believe experience. Don't know how, don't know how it's going to happen. I don't care. That's the goal. That's where we're going. Lives being impacted at that event. That's what's going to happen. Any desire that I persistently hold in my mind. So procrastination is the opposite of this principle that I'm giving you right now. Right? I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression. So it's going to go, when I hold this image in my mind of where it is that I'm going, it's going to go and it's going to seek expression, meaning it's going to go and find the right people, the right situations, the right events. I'm going to fall here so that I can rise over there. I'm going to make a mistake here that is going to propel me later on in life. Someone is going to leave my business today that is going to now propel me to have a much bigger business. Someone's going to come into my business today that will help me have a much bigger business tomorrow. Whatever happens, good or bad, whatever happens that's challenging, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire. Does this guy know what's going on? Phoenix Rise. Who's that? What you know about Phoenix? Don't give out my whole show now. All right, you over here, you asking about a bunch of stuff. All right. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire. Stop worrying about the how. It's going to go and seek expression. It's going to go and find the right people. It's going to go and find the right situation. But you cannot have any doubt, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have a tremendous amount of confidence in God, a tremendous amount of confidence in yourself, a tremendous amount of confidence in other people. Then you go put the work in. Then you go show the plan. Then you go meet the clients. Then you set up the funnels. Then you start the business. Then you go for it and you keep doing it and you keep doing it and you keep doing it until the job gets done. There's enough people out there that have shown you that this is possible. There's enough evidence out there. People that have told you, shown you that it's possible. I stand as part of that example. And that's why we keep going. And that's why we keep striving for more. Not because we need more. We desire more, but we don't need it. Okay. Now think about this now. It says, I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression to some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I would devote 10 minutes daily. So this is a 10-minute. This is a 10-minute. This is a 10-minute activity. 10 minutes a day. I'm going to concentrate my thoughts on, guess what? On the development of self-confidence. Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes out of 24 hours is all what it takes. Maybe the first 5 minutes when you wake up, right? Maybe the last 5 minutes before you go. What's up, Dot? You got the Cullinan? Come on, Bryce. Cullinan brothers now. Frat brothers, birthday brothers, Cullinan brothers. Let's go. Send me some pictures, bro. What's up? You're holding out. You trying to surprise me? I know you can afford it. Phoenix Rise is an emotional state of mind. I like that. That's good. Y'all might be on to something there. I'll let you find out in due season. Okay. So I just wanted to come on here and just share that. Don't worry about the how. And to answer your question, yes, we are going to be having some masterminds. I'm in the process of hiring a new CEO for Believe Nation, and we're going to be expanding what it is that we offer. Even I don't know the full extent of what God has deposited in me. I'm figuring it out every single day. It's unfolding every single day. And I'm looking forward to the things that we're going to be doing. We want to be able to serve everyone at their level, right? You know, some people need to be served at the free level. Some people need to be served at the $100,000 level. I don't know, but we're gonna make sure that we can serve everyone at their level and give them an opportunity to level up as well. I see my guy Ugo is on here. Ugo Chukwu. Man, it's amazing. I met him in 2014 back in Nigeria. This gentleman was born with what most people would consider a huge disadvantage. And through the power of his word, he's been able to make it an advantage. He's been able to touch and inspire the lives of many people around the world, especially in Nigeria, especially in Africa. So your words are powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about the how. The auto-suggestion, those words, it's going to go and create. That's what words do. Words create. That's what they do. That's what it does. God said, David said, you said. That's how it works. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter what the requirements are, if you speak it, all right, and you see it every day, and you go and you put the work, right, and you're going to automatically put the work in to get it done, because what did it say? I realized that the dominant thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in our physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Gradually transform themselves. It's a gradual process. It's not an overnight process. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. I'm so proud of Tari. He's changed his name. Tari. You know, 6 months ago, he was a P150 in the company, and he made a decision. Hey, I'm going to do this. Now he's weeks away from becoming a chairman. And I've watched it. Belief, work, belief, work, belief, work. You know, guys, I'm telling you, you got to get to a place where you stop worrying. And it's not easy. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. I'm not going to tell you that it's you know, it's not. It's not easy, but that's what we have to do. And we do that through the power of auto-suggestion. We do that through just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I've got some big goals, and these big goals that I have are for one reason, and one reason only, is to prove to you once again that believing works. That's it. That's really why I do what we do. I do it just so you can say, man, that stuff must really do work. Like, most people don't even know really what I do. I don't promote what it is that I do.